Yeah, obviously it's a big week for us. St. Louis is a good team, good opponent. Obviously we had a good battle with them on the first leg. They have a lot of good special players, but I think the team's finding some connection right now. We're finding our identity more so, and Chris has obviously emphasized that this week. So the team's in a really good headspace, and we're going to hope to continue this run. And guys can continue their form and keep improving. So we're really excited for the weekend.
This question from Braden Nurse with Denver Post. Chris Armas called Saturday night your best game in a Rapids jersey. Would you agree? And if so, why?
Yeah, I would definitely agree. I think I'm obviously finding my footing a little bit. Chris is pushing me a lot to kind of emphasize my attacking side, my attacking third game. And obviously, I helped create the goal. Obviously, it doesn't show up in the stats, but I'm trying to get in those, attacking third spaces. So, I'm really focusing on that this week, keep improving defensively as I always am. And, hopefully the team, can put together another solid performance and get the 3 points against St. Louis.
Is there something different you see when you're in a 4-2-3-1 that allows you to get more in the attack and eventually contribute to that goal like in RSL?
Yeah, I think the formation changes, the identity changes have been kind of fluent. Chris hasn't really abandoned who we are. I think he's kind of shaped us in a way that's going to, force us to play to our best strengths. So, obviously I think the fullbacks are providing more of the width than we're used to. So that gives us a lot more attacking opportunities. It's a lot more of a demand, but I think obviously we have the personnel, Keegan, Jackson, Vinesy, Ian, me. I think we all have the ability to do it. So I think Chris is definitely finding that foundation for us to kind of bloom. So I think the team's in a really good direction right now.
And you mentioned the earlier battle with St. Louis in this season. What has changed for you since then? What has changed with this team, the demeanor, even like you said, the formation changes and kind of growing into utilizing all the depth on this team since that last matchup?
Yeah, I think a lot has changed. Guys have gotten opportunities to play. I think they've taken those opportunities. I think with the formation change, guys are getting used to playing different styles, different ways. And I think our core group is still there. The leaders are still there, and just helping us kind of get through this, that wave of form we had. And now I think the guys are ready to put together another solid performance. So I think Chris knows that. I think we definitely have the depth on this team to go a full season and definitely have a strong season. So I think it's about finding the right balance, and I think Chris is doing that. He's doing a very good job.
And what's the team looking to work on this week in training to capitalize on the performance this past Saturday after those 5 winless results directly before? It was big on turning the page. How are you going to capitalize on that, continue that?
Yeah, the focus this week has been sharpness. Sharpness in the final third, sharpness of the passes, getting the balls on the ground, making sure that everyone has the best opportunity to play forward. I think those are the things that are going to help us become a great team, going from a good team to a great team and more consistent. I think that's, if you look at the chances that we had, it's just that final execution, that final ball, that final pass. And, I think it's about setting up guys to be able to hit that ball on goal, to be able to set their teammates up well. So I think that's been the focus this week, and to put more goals in the back of the net, because I think the back line is, going to keep finding their footing, as guys start to come back. So, I think it's going to be a good week.
And last one, your thoughts on Nico's performance in Saturday's game, stepping up for Zach being injured, keeping the clean sheet, and what was obviously a big game for this team.
Yeah, Nico was immense over the weekend. I congratulated him. The team congratulated him. First clean sheet, first MLS win for him. It was well deserved. He's been working his butt off. Through all the challenges of being a reserve, and he comes up, he steps up, and he proves that he deserves that spot just as much as anyone else. So I'm so happy for him. He deserved that, and he obviously helped us get the 3 points in the shutout, which is an even better feeling. So I'm very happy for him, and hopefully more performances from him.